Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the strange, funny, and sometimes awkward mysteries behind the everyday things around us. Today's question comes from one of our curious viewers. Steve wants to know. Thanks for the suggestion, Steve. You ask, how do farts work? Now I know we've all been in that awkward situation. You're in a quiet room, and then a sound you can't ignore. But have you ever wondered what exactly is going on when we let one rip? Or if there's actually any science to back up the universal comedy of a good fart? Stick around as we break it all down, right here on Explaining Everything. All right, before we go full gaseous on you, let's break it down. First, we need to understand where the gas comes from. A fart, scientifically known as flatus, I know, super fancy, right? Is actually just a mix of gases produced by the bacteria in your intestines. But don't worry, no one's coming for your gas-producing crown. This is a natural process. When you eat food, your body digests it in your stomach and small intestine. The leftovers, mostly fiber, sugars, and certain proteins, make their way to the large intestine, where all the fun happens. This is where the bacteria in your gut go to work, breaking down those food leftovers in a process called fermentation. The result? Well, gas, mostly nitrogen, oxygen, methane, and carbon dioxide. But let's not forget the glorious sulfur that makes farts smell like a cross between rotten eggs and bad decisions. Yes, that's the sulfur. You can thank it for all the oops, who did that moments. Now, let's talk about why they smell so bad. I mean, it's almost like the universe conspired to make sure you never get away with a silent but deadly. Well, the sulfur gases produced by certain foods, like eggs, beans, and meat, are the main culprits. These sulfur compounds, like hydrogen sulfide, are what give farts their distinctive odor. And don't get me wrong, sometimes the smell can be so strong, it feels like your nose is being assaulted. It's like your body's way of saying, you know you ate that chili 2 hours ago, right? Foods high in sulfur, like broccoli, cabbage, and beans, get a bad rap for causing more aromatic farts. So, if you're trying to clear a room, have at it. Go for the full bean burrito, eggs, and cabbage combo. Science will back you up. Okay, so we know farts come from gas in your intestines, and we know they can smell like something you should never admit to. But why do we love laughing about them? It's almost like, no matter how mature you think you are, the second someone lets one slip, it's instant comedy gold. Why? Well, it turns out there's a little something called social conditioning. We've been laughing at farts since we were kids. It's practically programmed into our DNA. That sound? The squeaky. It's like nature's built-in punchline. Seriously, even the most serious situations can go straight to chaos mode if a fart makes an entrance. Seriously, have you ever heard a fart and not cracked a smile? All right, let's talk sound. What actually causes the fart noise? It's not just about what you ate, folks. The sound depends on a couple of things. First, it's the amount of gas. A tiny squeak means a little gas. A thunderous roar. Oh, that's a whole lot of gas making its escape. The sound of the fart comes from the vibration of your anal sphincter as the gas squeezes through. Yeah, you heard that right. The sphincter. It's like a balloon trying to get through a tiny opening, and the more pressure, the louder the sound. So, next time you hear someone letting it rip, just remember, that's not their fault. It's their sphincter, working overtime. And hey, the longer the fart, the more air it has to move through. Someone's intestines are putting on a real show. There's also some benefits to farting. Hold up, did I just say benefits? Yes, you heard me right. While farts are typically the subject of jokes and embarrassment, they actually serve a purpose. Your body uses farts to release excess gas from digestion. So when you're passing gas, you're essentially just letting your intestines do their thing and keeping things running smoothly. Without farts, your body would be trapped in a constant state of bloating and discomfort. Think of it as a natural, biological release valve. Sometimes, letting out that gas is just your body saying, "Hey, I'm doing my best to digest this meal." It's almost like a "you're welcome" moment. So, there you have it. Farts are natural. They come from the fermentation process in your intestines, and they're usually caused by the foods you eat. They sound the way they do because of your sphincter. Yep, I said it. And they can smell so bad thanks to sulfur. But they're also kinda essential, helping your body release excess gas. And let's be honest, no matter how hard we try to fight it, they're still hilarious. And that's how farts work. Whether it's the food you eat or the way your body processes it, it's all part of the natural digestive process. So the next time you let one rip, you'll know exactly what's going on inside. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.